Hi there, my name is Jean-Pierre Ross and I'm the co-founder of Ross Digital Marketing. Our marketing agency focuses on growing brands and generating leads for our clients. Now today I've got a special manual that I'm going to be telling you all about how this manual works and how you can use this manual to start your very own digital marketing agency. There's a lot to cover in it, so let's go and dive straight into this video. Okay, so before I just jump away and start telling you a bit more about this manual, how it's going to work and how it's going to benefit your agency, let's make sure that you're the right person over here and by answering these 2 or 3 quick questions. So the first thing is, if you are looking to start a brand new digital marketing agency, this manual will work for you. It'll give you the right guidance and the right structure. If you are an existing digital marketing agency that has just launched your agency and you don't know if your structure is the right structure that you've put into place, this manual is for you. Also, if you are an existing digital marketing agency, you've got a couple of clients already, but you don't know how to generate new leads or customers for your business, then this manual will be for you. The only thing that this manual will not work for is if you are an existing business looking to generate new leads for your company and you do not deal with digital marketing at all and you are looking to sell something totally different, then obviously you are watching the wrong video. So yeah, just to make sure that if you are looking to either start your digital marketing agency or grow your existing digital marketing agency, this video is for you. So let's go jump ahead and I'm going to show you what's next. Okay, so yes, a digital marketing agency can provide you with financial freedom. It can provide you with the lifestyle that you can work anywhere around the world. As long as you have a laptop and an internet connection, you can have clients all the way to the US, the UK, the Middle East, Australia. It doesn't really matter. That is the great thing about having your very own digital marketing agency. Now, in the beginning, it's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of learning involved. There's going to be a lot of trial and errors and things like that. But at the end of the day, if you stick with it, you will become successful and live the lifestyle you've always wanted. But just remember, the key word here is to put in the work. The work is so important and to not give up. Okay, so why did we create this manual? Now, this is quite an important question. It's one question I get quite often from our students, that why did we create this manual? If we're a digital marketing agency, we're actually creating competitors for ourselves. Now, the thing is that we've actually reached a level where we only work with very high-end clients right now, and there's a lot of smaller businesses out there that require digital marketing. And we obviously do not service the clients anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 Rand anymore. We've obviously moved ahead from that now. Now, the thing was that we wanted to set a structure out there for smaller businesses that are just starting up their or starting their own digital marketing agency to help them out, get the right structure in place, to learn from our mistakes that we've made. Now, we've been in business for about 10 years now already, actually 11 years counting. Started back in, I think it was 2010 or so, just the middle of 2010. And from there onwards, we've made so many mistakes. It took us quite a while to actually become successful. And yes, that's why we created this manual. We wanted to pay it forward, help out these smaller agencies that are up and coming that can actually help take on the other businesses that we do not service anymore. These smaller mom and pop businesses that do have the 5,000 to 10,000 Rand budgets and things like that, they can actually be pushed onto them. Okay, so for us to understand where we're going, we need to understand where we've come from. So I want to give you a bit of an idea of where I've come from, why I am today where I am with my digital marketing agency, and just to give you a bit of an understanding of how I ended up here today. So my background is a carpenter. I used to manufacture furniture back in 2009, 2008. 2010 came and I decided I wanted to do something online. I wanted to create an online business. This whole online world was starting to become quite interesting to me. And what I did was I decided, what is going to be a good industry to go into? I decided that digital marketing seems to be the new up-and-coming thing. A lot of people didn't know about it really much. We didn't really have too much Facebook marketing. Google Ads was sort of just launched. We were about 8 years into it. So yeah, digital marketing seemed quite interesting to me. What I did was from there onwards, I started learning about digital marketing. I spent about a year or two learning about digital marketing, how it works, and so forth. I made a ton of mistakes along the road, basically, on this, and a lot of these are small mistakes that later on turned into really massive mistakes that actually forced us to lose about 80% of our clients 3 years down the line. Now, the thing is that this is all a learning curve. There was nobody to help me out. There was very little information about starting your own digital marketing agency because this is still quite a new concept to most people out there. Businesses didn't really trust it yet. They were still very happy with running traditional ads on billboards outside, magazines, newspapers. If some of them were lucky, they would run a TV ad or something like that. But this whole world of digital marketing was still too new for them. So I had quite a large barrier to enter this market, and it did take me quite a while to sign up my first client. But once I got my first client, it obviously getting a bit better. I started learning a bit more. I learned how to sign up clients. I made a couple of mistakes here and there. I fixed them. My client became quite successful, and the word of mouth started to spread. And then eventually I started doing my own marketing for my business. And this obviously led to where I am today, where we obviously do have the 2 global offices, 18 people employed, and still growing. We're actually looking at opening our 3rd office right now, and we're busy investigating into Australia. So yeah, to give you a bit of backstory, that is how I started, from a humble furniture manufacturer, somebody who had no idea about digital marketing. I could hardly use a spreadsheet back then, to today being able to understand how digital marketing works, how marketing funnels also work, how to run Facebook ads, Google ads, multiple different ads on LinkedIn, Twitter. It doesn't really matter the channel. I basically understand how all these platforms work and the algorithms at the back of it. So yeah, just to give you an idea so that I can relate a bit to you on your side, if you are thinking about starting, or you've maybe just started your own digital marketing agency, that it doesn't really matter what your background is. You're about to enter into a new phase, and the more I can actually help you, or the more the manual can actually help you, the better and the quicker you're going to get to that end result. So let's move on to the next section. Okay, so I've got a bit of backstory about where I came from, my humble background in manufacturing furniture. I need to explain something to you. Now, this is something a lot of people actually might not know, is that when I look back at the 10 years of digital marketing, and obviously from where I started all the way to where this agency is today, one thing that actually occurred to me was that this agency could have been successful a lot quicker. And the reason for this is that I had no help along the side of the line. I made so many mistakes that actually cost me quite dearly down the line. And this is not always cost as in, cost of marketing or something like that. This was a cost of losing clients. And the only reason I lost these clients were due to mistakes I made, and there was absolutely no way for me to know about these mistakes. And even if you've started your own digital marketing agency right now, you might not know about some of these mistakes that you're making, but the mistakes are coming, and you're going to find out about this down the line. And these are mistakes that could have been avoided if I had set up the account correctly, onboarding a client in the right way, making sure that all my documentation was in place, how to run a campaign. There's a handful of things, and we obviously cover this all inside of this manual on what to do, how to avoid these mistakes. Digital marketing obviously is a very fast-pacing world where things are always constantly moving really quick, so you've always got to be on top of your toes that, one thing might work today and tomorrow it might not work anymore. But yeah, some of the trends we've seen and some of the mistakes we've made actually could have been avoided by us just knowing what to do. And like I said before, when I started this business, there was no coaching. There were very, very little resources online. And I was lucky if I could find some form of a free PDF somewhere that just said, how to start your own digital marketing agency. This did not exist yet. So yeah, the agency could have been a lot more successful if I knew what I was doing. And like I said before, this is what this manual is for. We're going to be covering all the basics of you starting up your own agency inside of this manual. Okay, the first 1 to 2 years, 90% of digital marketing agencies fail. Now, the reason for this is I've done some investigation, I did some research on this, and I found a couple of things that I'm actually going to be mentioning in the ebook why they have actually failed. And if you're looking to start your own marketing agency, or you have just started it up and you might be running for like a year or so, you're still lucky if you're still surviving at this moment in time. But there are a couple of things that are going to be problematic in your digital marketing agency that you're going to be discovering. And a lot of it leads to your very own marketing and how you market your own agency. Now, if I go online and I investigate about 10 different digital marketing agencies, on average, I've found that about 80 to 90% of them are making this mistake. And I'm going to be covering it in this ebook. Like I said before, this video isn't long enough for me to obviously explain this all. But in this ebook, I'm going to be showing you what they're doing wrong and how you can avoid this with your very own agency to make sure that your agency is in the top 10 agencies that actually survive within the first 1 to 2 years, turning a profit and growing. Okay, so I hope I haven't completely scared you off with those last bit of stats from the 90% failure rate. But if you're watching this video right now, you're definitely on the right road to having a more successful digital marketing agency, or one that can actually last between the first 1 to 2 years and yeah, become profitable later on. So I'm going to be moving straight into what is in this ebook, what we're going to be covering, what you're going to be learning from this ebook. I'm going to cover 13 headings of what's in this ebook. Now, obviously, I can't cover everything that's in this ebook. The ebook has a total of, I think, plus minus 180 or 150 pages. So yeah, I'm going to be covering each topic quickly, just giving you a quick idea what it is and what you're going to be learning from each one of these topics. So let's quickly dive into it. I'm just going to grab my ebook here. Okay, so I've got my copy on my iPad over here, and I need to mention before we move on that The manual can be purchased and obviously accessed through a computer. You can access it straight through your laptop. You can even access it through your tablet, like I've just done right now, even a smartphone. We've also had some people that actually have downloaded and printed it. So, I mean, if you want to print a hard copy for yourself, you can do so. And you can also put it on all 4 or 5 devices that you have at the same time. It doesn't matter. You don't need to buy extended licenses for it. It's your copy and you can do with it as you wish. Now, let's go and quickly have a look at the first chapter in this manual, and this is going to be all about the background of digital marketing, how it works. Now, if you're a bit more of an advanced digital marketer, it'll just be a good read for you to understand the industry. It's quite updated information as well. So yeah, we're going to be covering digital marketing, the background of it, and like I said before, just to give you a bit more of a fuller picture on how it works and why this industry is in such a high demand right now. Number 2, setting up and understanding your agency's business model. So that's one problem that a lot of businesses out there don't do, is they don't structure a proper business model. To understand your business model, it's a one-pager with 9 blocks inside of it, covering your revenue channels, your cost structure, your key partners, key activities, and that's all going to be covered in this ebook on exactly how it works and how to structure your own business model. So number 3, this is when I get quite a lot of questions always about, is pricing and packaging your services. So many agencies out there, when they start off, they don't know how to package their products, how to package the pricing, how to actually make a revenue from what they're selling right now, and what packages actually work. What should I be charging my clients for my services? And this is all based out of your cash flow and things like that. So we're going to be talking a bit more about that in the ebook. But this one chapter, number 3, covers how to price your services the correct way and what packages actually work best. And the nice thing about this is, because we're a digital marketing agency, we've actually used some of these packages. We can advise you on what packages we know what size of the market actually works with best. So yeah, that's going to be number 3. Pricing and packaging is quite a big section. So now we got to number 4. So number 4 is all about how to plan your financial forecasting and goals. No marketing agency should ever start without any financial forecasting in place. How many leads do you need per month to cover the basic costs of your business? What amount of customers and leads will lead you to becoming profitable? And what is your expenses versus your income? Now that's all going to be covered in our chapter number 4, where it comes to planning and forecasting. We need to forecast exactly how much money you can make in the future and design a roadmap to getting there. Number 5, picking a niche. Now, picking a niche is a topic which I can expand on quite a bit, which is one of the things I did wrong in the beginning, which I really corrected within the first month or so. I figured out this wasn't going to work. But picking a niche is quite important, and focusing on that niche. So many marketing agencies out there go straight ahead and they start marketing to everybody. Everybody's your client, and it isn't so. You need to pick a niche, and you need to make sure it's the right one. And in this manual, we're going to be explaining to you exactly how to pick the right niche for your business and which niches to sometimes stay away from. Number 6. Now, if you've already got an up and running digital marketing agency, you might already have a name, but we're going to be explaining how the name of the business works and how to create your very own name of your business. Now, it might sound like quite a simple step because you've already got 10 names you've thought about and you want to use them. It's very important to understand how that name works and the branding behind that as well, because it's going to lead us into one of our next steps. Number 7, registering your business. Now, this is an option that you can either take or not. I would highly recommend that you register your business because it is going to help you in the long run when it comes to things like Facebook and Google, where we're going to be submitting this documentation to obviously make your agency seem more legit. And this is also one of those things that a lot of small agencies don't do, and they don't do it correctly, is where we want to make sure that your agency looks professional when working with clients. And you can actually only do this if you register your business. Now in South Africa, if you're watching this video from South Africa, obviously in South Africa where I am from, it isn't that costly to register a business, anywhere between 400 to 500 Rand I think it is to register a business. So yeah, we're going to be covering how to register the business as well as what to do with your documentation when it comes to digital marketing, where this information should be uploaded to help your agency look more professional. Number 8, opening a bank account. Now this is quite straightforward, and we're just going to give you a couple of steps how to open a bank account for your agency, how long it takes and what needs to be in place, and also how to work with your bank manager as well to ensure that you have a well-structured relationship with them. That's number 8. Number 9, one of those things that a lot of people don't want to hear about is taxes. So we're going to be breaking down taxes, how they work in this agency, and not different from any other business. Now, obviously, like I said before, if you are watching this video and you're from South Africa, we're obviously going to be covering a lot of the taxes in South Africa. But if you are from the US and you're working through the IRS and things like that, it's going to be obviously a bit different. But yeah, we're going to be covering taxes, how it works and how important it is, and how to make sure that you've got an accountant in place and things like that as well. Number 10, branding your digital marketing agency. Now, this is something I quite enjoy. We've created a whole section on this in here where we're going to actually be explaining how the colors need to work, what sizes of logos you are going to require for your Facebook pages, if you're using a website as well, what your color palette needs to be, what your font is, and how to put this all into your very own manual that you're going to be using for your agency. Because if you are going to be creating your agency and you're looking to either print things like, let's just say, clothing and stuff like that. We've got a lot of people that in our agency that all have clothing and shirts and all types of things. We give them a color palette. We provide our printers with a color palette. We provide them with our fonts, and it makes printing easier. And we basically replicate that into our online presence as well. So number 10 is all going to be about branding your agency the right way to make sure that you look professional as well. Number 11, setting up all software. Now, this is a massive chapter in the book where we're going to be setting up Facebook, your CRMs, your bookkeeping systems. There's going to be a lot of software we're going to be covering inside this manual that you can actually learn from on how to structure all the software that is needed. We're always obviously adding things into this manual, and you will get an update. So if there's a new version out of the manual next 2 or 3 months time, you'll get a new version. And if there is new software required, then we'll obviously mention in the new version. But today, in this manual, all the software is noted right there on how to work the software, how to set it up, and it's covered inside of this manual. Okay, so number 12, we are getting close to the end over here, is all about customer onboarding process, how to onboard a customer the right way. Now, remember, I've mentioned before how I did this wrong in the beginning and how it eventually cost me 80% of all my clients just due to the way I onboarded a client incorrectly. This was obviously through Facebook as well. So yeah, this is going to be covered on what I did wrong and how to avoid this mistake. And this mistake is going to come back and bite you if you do not do it correctly. So make sure that you look out for number 12. That is a quite important step when onboarding your own clients into your business. Number 13, the last section of this, and this number 13 is quite important, and I should actually add another chapter into this. Number 13 is always seen as the unlucky one. Maybe I will just name it ABC later on. But yeah, number 13 is how to land and onboard your very first client. So we're going to teach you how to advertise the right way, how to build your very own funnel to ensure that you start landing your first lead and try and convert them into a client later on. So if you had to do all of this, it should take you on average about 1 month to 2 months. Say if your first month is sort of build up your business, the second month to land your first clients, and then obviously you're on. Your business is now running, you're generating revenue, your business is registered, you've got your branding in place, you've got your own marketing and sales funnel also in place, and your business is now ready to start bringing in new clients. So yeah, number 13 is very important, from where we're going to be showing you how to find prospects out there, how to convert them into leads, how to take those leads, convert them into potential clients, and then lastly, how to convert the potentials into actual paying clients. Number 13. So yeah, that's going to cover it for this book, and I really hope you take us on our offer right now for this manual. It's really handy. We're always updating the manual, so you're going to get free updates for about a year. If we do launch about 3 updates per year on this manual, and if you purchase today, you're going to get the latest version of it. If we do create another one, like I said before, it will be sent to you through email. It's free of charge. You will not pay for that update, and it's for 1 whole year. So go ahead, guys. Go and check out this copy. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask us. If you are viewing this video and there might be a special running or something, grab that special. We do run specials from time to time, but very little. We try obviously not to do that. We'll do it based on whatever's happening in the world. If there's a Black Friday or something, we might do it sometimes, but it's not consistent and we don't always do it. And really, guys, you're going to find this manual extremely valuable. There's a lot of things I have learned, I've put into this manual myself, and things that I've learned over 10 years of marketing, running with clients, working with them, figuring out what didn't work for them, adjusting, getting their businesses to become more successful later on down the line, and obviously growing my own digital marketing agency, allowing me to have the lifestyle which I have today, 2 offices, and I really enjoy what I do. I love coming to work, and yeah, so guys, please, I really look forward to seeing you in our, we've got a chat box as well for this ebook, or this manual, once you're inside. So if you've got any questions, I'm going to obviously reach out to you afterwards and find out if you've got any questions. You can feel free to just hit me up with a question or two, myself or Tom Edwards, our officers, one of our business partners over here. We will be happy to assist you also after coming in for the manual. So yeah, guys, go and grab your manual. And I just want to thank you again for watching this video, and hope you guys will have a lovely day further.